What's up, YouTube? It's me, Brandi. I'm hopping on today and we are going in deep on the cluster lashes must-haves, also known as do-it-yourself eyelash extensions from home. Welcome to my page, you guys. I am hopping on today because I'm going to share with you the essentials that you need to be successful with your cluster lashes from home. I am addressing the fact that you have failed with cluster lashes. So there is a ton of you guys that have just been lost. You guys got introduced to do-it-yourself eyelash extensions, cluster lashes, and you just weren't able to nail it. My #1 video right now on all my social media platforms is addressing the mistakes. Mistakes really help you get this figured out. I want you to let me know in the comments right now before you get through this video, where are you struggling with your lashes? Because I easily will be able to write back with you what you need to change. I did this several times with people that sent me DMs and said, this is happening. And I immediately could say, if that's happening, this is the problem. You guys need to make sure you watch my 2 most popular videos on YouTube right now, which is Stop Messing Up Your Lashes and your 5 biggest do-it-yourself eyelash extensions from home mistakes. You guys need to watch both of those videos so you can literally sit there and be like, this is what's going on, this is what's wrong, and you guys are just gonna be able to figure this out for the long haul so you can shop by yourself, you can pick out the things that are truly best for you, because when you understand why this didn't work for you, you will know what to go buy from here on out. I'm of course going to share with you guys my lash list, and I'm gonna share with you my top sellers on social media right now. I actually have a link in my bio that is called the Success Kit. It has everything that I personally recommend for you to change. You guys, I'm going to talk to you guys about the most controversial topic, which I've made another video on this. You'd be surprised what's messing up your lashes, and it's your lash length. There's 2 things I want to dive into on this video today. I want you guys to watch my other videos, so make sure you go into my description of all my videos. If any of my videos pop up into your feed, always make sure you go right into the description. I am a blogger at heart. I've been blogging online for over 5 years, you guys, over lashes, makeup, just the best-selling hair care products. I am a blogger at heart, so anytime that you're running short on time, just run up to my description. I have posts in LTK that are very descriptive, so even if you just want to read through some things, don't forget to do that. Let's get into one of the biggest mistakes, the controversial mistakes that you're making, which is your lash length. I recommend that you be in a 14. I know that seems really long, and you guys are gonna write this to me right in the comments right away. You did it on my last video. The 14 is going to give you benefits you don't even realize it's giving you. It's gonna cover your hooded eye. It's gonna cover any fine lines and wrinkles that you have up here. 14s are so much easier to put on than 12s. They're so much easier. And yes, they are long, but I recommend that you get the single strand lash. Fluffy lashes are a huge mistake. The reason why a fluffy lash is such a huge mistake is it's really hard for lashes that are multi-dimensional to grab onto your original lash. It's really hard for them to stick there. So I'm just letting you know that that's a beginner mistake. And if your lashes are layered like this and you're popping them on, and they are not staying on more than a day, it's a mistake, and you need to go back to the single strand lash that's a 14. This is my recommendation. It's a very strong recommendation based off of the success that I've gotten thousands of women. You guys, I get DMs in my Instagram from YouTube every single day, and they're saying, literally, she told me what happened, and I said, buy this glue, buy this glue. If you're here, get this glue. If you're here, get this glue. Lots of the high-end glues are not working for people. I get the messages every single day. They get introduced from a powerhouse influencer, or they get introduced to Lashify, and the products are not working for them. So basically, I break down what is going wrong. Lashify glue works for a lot of people, and I have explained it in my other mistake videos. It's a very, very nourishing bond that takes a long time to set up. and you can put way too much on way too fast. You're just not there yet. You also could have a weak lash bed or a lash bed that grows down and you are not able to hold that bond on your eyelashes. Tons of you are in that boat. So I want you to get my beginner bonds. I recommend buying both of them because once you get through the first bond that I recommend, I would tell you to advance to the next bond. So lash length, like I told you, it is the most controversial thing on my social medias that I post about, and I get the most feedback right away from other people saying, I don't want to wear lashes that long and I don't want to curl my lashes. So a lot of the women with glasses will say, I don't want to wear the 14s because I wear glasses and they'll hit my glasses. And then I say to them, curl them like I do in my videos. You guys, I had over 30,000 views on my lash content because so many people are trying to do this at home and they're missing something. My mistake videos are coming up in the suggested feed. So they're not necessarily on the For You page. They're being suggested to people. And people are slowly trying to figure it out. And then, like I told you, they send me a message on Instagram and they'll say, Brandi, what's the problem here? And then they ask me about the particular brand that they're using. So lots of people are failing with the high-end lash bonds. I always recommend, and I recommend you check out my description, that beginner bond, that intermediate bond, and then you can get into the advanced bonds once you find a lash that's right for you. Once again, the staggered lash is a huge problem for people. A staggered lash is a lash that's fluffy and it has multiple layers. And generally when the lash has multiple layers, the spoil that it's sitting on is a thicker band. Thick bands are very hard to hold on to the lash. Now, these lashes in particular look very good in pictures. So say you have a wedding, say you have your family pictures and you just want to wear those for the day, that's perfectly fine. And it will look very good on camera. Very thick lashes look beautiful on camera. So, and that's something I have found out through blogging. Now, when you're going into the day-to-day use, I recommend a single strand lash that's longer. So a lot of people go over to volume lashes, and I think that's a mistake. In my personal professional opinion, the volume lash is a mistake because it falls off and it doesn't look good for the day-to-day. They fall off. You guys, I used to wear E13s. I think that's what they're called in Lashify, and I looked so good on camera. I loved it. Every time I looked in the mirror, I was like, or every time I looked at my pictures on camera and I would watch my videos back, I'm like, my lashes look dang good. But then when I was in person, it was too much. And not only that, they were too heavy and they were falling off. So these are mistakes that you're making. The last thing I'm going to get into, because I really want you guys to watch those other videos, is your tools. So I have a tool in the lash supplies that I recommend. The tool is tearing down your lashes. I had shared this in one of my other mistake videos about tools, that the Kiss, I couldn't find my tool. So a lot of my littles get into my tools all the time and I could not find my tool. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to use this Kiss thing, because I tried the Kiss lashes. And I honestly think Kiss lashes are coming in around a 14. They don't say their size on there. So I honestly think that that's something that that's a positive thing that Kiss does with their kit, is a lot of the kits don't say what size they are. Lilac Street's kit's 12s. Okay, so the Kiss kit, I think it's a 14. So that's kind of a marketing thing that they do, because I think a lot of women look at if they see the 14, they're like, that's too long for me. I don't want to look that way. If it's a single strand lash, you guys, it's still going to be a modest look. I don't like looking like I'm going to the club either. And like I told you, the one lashes that I totally fell in love with from, what was it called? E13s from Lashify. They looked so good on the blog. They looked so good on camera. They look so good when I'm doing a video. And then when in person, they were just too much for me. So I understand totally, you guys, that need for modesty in the lash. The single strand that's a 14 will give that to you. And the single strand also is gonna give you that longevity. So I want you to consider it. I want you to go up to my description, shop my essential lash list right now. see exactly what I'm handing out and what's working right now on Instagram. And this is my LTK post, and you can read through my posts too. That's just another way for you to get very valuable information from me, is in LTK, their blog posts. You can read and understand a little bit more. And of course, there's my Amazon storefront, and you guys can go through there too and just really see the recommendations. And my YouTube hopefully really helps you guys explain it. So you can nail these cluster lashes. Don't give up, and click subscribe.